How you doing, James?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
I'm all right. What am we?
I just got back from. I saw a mate. Like I was coming back from school with Alf, and I saw a mate with a. He's got a husky, and he always takes him around the river. So I've been riding the old remote wheelchair around the river, and I come back, and we're gonna chat about that circus. I'm sure we are. Circus is
Yeah.
happening this week, so yeah.
Any news on the Minge front, James?
Not on the men's front, no, no. I'm too much for him. Do you know what I mean? I'm emotionally unavailable, according to the women that I get involved with. So I'm not bothering, mate.
Listen, mate, you best off staying single, James. Stay single.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but it's boring, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
You know what Mickey says, don't you? Women,
What?
weekend legs.
Yeah, well, my legs are already fucked, so I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it?
I know, yeah, sorry, I didn't mean that, mate.
It's all right.
Okay, I've just had before we start.
You're frozen, Russ.
Oh, right. No, no. All right, can you hear me? Yeah. Can you see me? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Terry's just sent me a text and he wants me to ask
Oh,
him.
you're frozen.
Make sure you ask this question to James and Jerry tonight. Uh,
Okay.
Ben Whitaker. Why does he get so much stick for being flashy and Calzaghe didn't? Well, it's probably because of social media, I'm going to say, because it's everything you do now is
You
multiplied.
cut it out again.
You what?
Yeah, it is multiple. You keep cutting out there, Russ.
I
So I
don't,
didn't
mate.
catch your full
I
question.
can hear you, so it must be your end, kid.
Probably, probably. Um. So your question was Ben Whitaker. Why is he getting so much stick?
Do you feel that it's because social media
Hello.
multiplied? Can you hear me, James? Are you fucking me about here? What's this? Your internet connection is unstable. What's that? What the fuck is that? Hang on a minute. Hang on. Is that
That's right.
better? Probably is me. I'm probably chairs sat on white. Is that better?
It's all right. It's
Is
all
that
right. I
better,
can see
James?
you now. Yeah. Go on.
Oh,
That
can
is
you see
better.
me
Yeah. Can you
before?
see
Must be
me?
getting close, James.
No, I could see you. It just keeps freezing.
Has it froze now?
Nah, you're gone again, mate.
Mate, can you hear me?
You're gone.
Right,
Yeah, it's
James,
froze now.
right, can
Yeah,
you fucking hear me?
I can hear you.
Well, there you go. So forget the picture freezing.
I can
Answer
hear
the
you.
question. Fucking splitting hairs. Go on, because I ain't got no patience with
Right.
you. Go
Go on. Give us a question once more, and
on.
yeah. Go on.
Right. Are you ready, James? Well, we'll start again, shall we, James? Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
we'll
Start again.
start again. We'll start again. Right.
Right, James. Ben Whitaker. Why? How come he gets loads of stick for being flashy and all that, and Calzaghe didn't? That's Terry's question. Did you hear that, James?
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Okay.
Calzaghe didn't. Calzaghe didn't because Calzaghe was doing it against people like Bernard Hopkins. He was doing it against people like Roy Jones, all right, a shell of Roy Jones. And then you got Ben Whitaker doing it to overmatched journeyman. And then when Central area level guys come in, he's getting his just desserts and getting whacked in the mush. That's why. There's severe talent levels between what Joe Calzaghe was doing and what Ben Whitaker's doing. Do you know what I mean? He's just put paid to an English level opponent, and everyone thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread. So that's an answer to a question, Terry. Yeah.
Okay. We've got a question from Max, Heart of a Breadcrumb. Max says, two questions. How many boxers can you name off the cuff, Porky, who have had dope in his shoes? Present ones, not past.
Present. Well, Conor Ben, Tyson Fury.
Dennis
Well, it
McCann,
depends whether is Tyson Fury past or present. No, Tyson Fury.
No, present. I think he means 2000 onwards.
Hughie Fury, allegedly, because he was part of that camp.
Tyson Fury,
Um, yeah, Tyson
Dylan
Fury.
White, Conor Ben,
Yeah,
Dennis McCann,
yeah.
Larry Alabama,
Um,
Big Larry.
yeah, well, yeah. Well, I was involved. Well, I weren't involved with that, but I tried to help him when he got in trouble with that. So Larry
Liam
was a good
Cameron.
friend of mine.
Liam Cameron two
Yep,
times.
yep.
Two lots of
Uh,
cocaine.
if we're going past Roy Jones,
Roy Jones always
uh,
killed. Mike Tyson admitted in his book to cheating, didn't he?
yeah, could potentially. Well, no, I'm not going to say potentially because you just open up a minefield, don't you? Um, yeah, I don't
Can't
know.
say anybody that we don't know about because a lot of it's rumour, isn't it?
Yeah,
We all
exactly. So I'm
these
not going to say
silent
anything.
bands, right? We all these silent
Yeah,
bands, James. Nobody knows where
yeah.
we're going to go in. I put a video out a couple of days ago. Lee Wood and Opie Price haven't fought since the 7th of October. I ain't said the doping, but they've not fought since 7th of October 2023. Why is that? 12 and
Hmm.
0 prospect, the next big thing, and Lee Wood a world champion. I'm just asking the question.
Yeah.
So,
Well, why is that?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. And the other question from Max is Huey Fury doing boxing for himself or his dad?
Himself.
Well, that's
He's a he's a
hardcore.
travel he's a traveller, isn't he? It's bred into him. It doesn't matter what level. They're like gamecocks, aren't they? So he's fighting for himself.
Should he be fighting at an high level?
No, because he's not active enough. So he's fighting at the level
Whose
that he's
fault is that
deserving
then if
of.
he's not active?
Well, it's his own, isn't it?
Right. So no, obviously, who's making decisions? Whoever's making decisions, is it him? Is it his dad? Is it Mick Hennessy? Whoever. Are they doing a good job with Huey? Yes or no?
Yeah, under the circumstances, he's claiming to be ill,
He's
isn't he,
claiming to
all the
be
time?
what?
And he claimed to be ill for God knows how long. But I
Well,
mean,
somebody's
you'll
doing
know more
something
about
wrong
this.
if you're that ill, aren't you? What are you eating? What's your diet like? How's your training regime? Well, what
And
doctor are
he
you
had
seeing?
he had a lot of back acne as well, didn't he, Russ? I'm not
You know
saying any
what?
more. He had a lot of acne on his back as well, didn't he? So I'm not going to say any more than that. But yeah,
That don't mean
I
fuck
don't
no,
know.
does it? Acne.
You are?
That don't mean no, does it? Acne on your back, does it? What does that mean? Some people have bad blood orders, don't they?
Well, they do, but he's been involved in a bit of dodgy behaviour, hasn't he, in the past allegedly? So, make of that what you will.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I wish you the best.
Hmm.
Right. Oh, right. Got some right bullet points down now for tonight, so we're going to let rip. You know what? I've come to
Okay.
the conclusion now that I'm just going to do my own thing and say what was. Nobody getting no favours on here. People, how can you say this? No favours. There's no arse licking on here. When ice breaks, I'm waiting. That's all on you. There's no favours. That includes people like Joe G, Frotch, Peter Fury, the rest of them. No favours. Dennis, the lot. You want to behave like dossers, you get found out. Right, Bamba Gascoigne, you know who you are. Get a fucking bath. Mouthing off other day about me. Big shout out to Rambo. He said to give you a shout out. There's your shout out, Rambo, lad. Hope you well. Right, Eubank Ben. Eubank Ben. Where do we start, James?
No,
Take it away, James. Go on.
I tell you what, we'll start on Sunday morning because I could not give one flying fuck about that fight. I don't care.
I don't.
I no, I laid into. Well, I didn't lay into him, but I left a comment on the boxing news page. The supposed British Bible of boxing, the absolute paragon of virtue when it comes to the British fight game, and then sitting there. I watched a review just while I was working. I had something to listen to in the background, and they're going, "Oh well, why has Eubank been painted out as the bad guy? Why has Eubank been, why is he the pantomime villain?" And I left a comment just saying like, "Why are you not acknowledging the fact that Eubank isn't the bad guy at all? Why are you not acknowledging the numerous comments that have been left on Carl Froch's page? Why are you not acknowledging the numerous comments that are mentioned on every single video about Conor Benn, where they're making jokes about eggs and omelettes and him being a cheating piece of shit? Why are you, Boxing News, who are supposed to be the absolute beacon for the sport, for honesty, integrity, and all that? Why are you sitting there and just buying into this bloody narrative? Because there's no way Eubank's the bad guy. I've never really thought Eubank was a bad guy.
The
All right,
clean
he's a bit
athlete, isn't he,
different.
James?
Yeah, he's a clean athlete. But I've never thought he was a bad guy. Like people were saying when he fought Billy Joe Saunders, who's another twat who's got no class at all. When he was fighting Billy Joe Saunders, they were like, "Oh, Eubank's so arrogant." Why? He wasn't doing any of the talking. His dad was. Like he says what he thinks, and he's a genius at a press conference. He had him wrapped around his little finger. Fair play to him. And if he doesn't smash Conor Benn on Saturday night, I will not be watching the fight live. But if he doesn't smash Conor Benn, like I'm going to be seriously annoyed because that man he's despicable. He shouldn't be anywhere near a ring, let alone making 10 million quid. He's a piece of shit. And I don't want to watch the fight, and I don't want to watch him.
Is that it? You done with that?
Is that all right for you?
You're off your soapbox there, James.
Yeah, I'm off my soapbox.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to call you no dripping tap.
Well, that's a
No,
compliment, isn't it?
fucking shut up. Right, Conor Benn. What can we say about Conor Benn that's not already been said? Area level. English, British, Commonwealth, European and world. He doesn't own a belt from the 6 levels. No belt.
No.
How did he get to be ranked so high with the WBC at welterweight? He's not fought at welterweight for 3 fucking years. So what's going on? If he gets flogged by Eubank, he's still in welterweight rankings. But how can that be if you've not fought a welterweight for over 3 years? How crazy is that? But Conor Benn, his team are in talks with Netflix to do a Ben reality thing like the Furies. What do you think to that, James? Hey. What do you
Well,
think to
I
that?
just
Hey. Are
it
we
just annoys.
rewarding drug cheats like Fury and Ben? What next? Dylan White on Netflix. And that lunatic who thinks he's his fake brother. Are they going to be running around with all, you know,
But the thing is
Netflix?
with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury has some modicum of talent. Like you could say Ben does. I mean, because he fought, Chris Algieri or Chris Van Heerden or whatever. But they were shells of them for themselves. At least Fury, like he won something in boxing. Conor Benn hasn't won anything at all, and like it infuriates me. Absolutely infuriates me. He's going around pretending to be a fake gangster. You are nothing, Conor Benn, right? And I'm back on my soapbox. You're nothing, right? Compared to me, yeah, I'll even say it. I'll even say it. We're both from Essex. I'm from Dagenham. I'm more of a gangster than you. I've been through more in my life than you have.
James, you're
You're sat
scaring me
there.
here with all this
Oh, well,
scary OG talk.
oh, he annoys me, mate. He annoys me. He's a privately educated little spoiled brat, right? You wouldn't last a single minute in my world. You sat there saying, "Oh yeah, well, Nigel Benn as well." Oh, I started drinking half a bottle of wine a night to cope with everything that was going on. You're a pair of cheating bastards. So don't give it that. Raise a kid, right, on your own, working 37 and a half hours a week with no legs, right? And you tell me how much of a gangster you are compared to me. Get off me telly. I hope that goes to him, Russ. He's a knob. We
Well,
shouldn't even be talking
look,
about him.
what they're going to do, they're going to nosh Eddie Hills off. Eddie Hills, the Iceman. They're going to nosh him off, and they're going to see if they can pull something off, and all get a few quid out of that job. But let's look at it like this, right? Nigel Benn had a 9/11 post white. He had the weigh-in for the Watson fight, and he was smoking up and down, doing handbrake turns and donuts outside weigh-in place. Crusher's done the same thing. He's smoking about in his Ferrari with Eddie Hills. And they're shouting out the window, if we see Eubank, it's on. It's on site. It's on. Why are they, two privately educated kids, it's a bit similar to Calla, Sauerland as well. Why are they shouting off like they're from Bethnal Green, like that craze? What's going on? Hot pot
Because
back.
they're well, yeah, because like the guy can't even grow a beard on his own. Do you know what I mean? He didn't even have the bollocks. He didn't even have enough testosterone in his bollocks to grow a proper beard. So just don't like. I understand. Like everyone watching probably thinks this is manufactured. But like, I don't know. Maybe Russ has told me to probably go off on one. But
Listen,
like,
mate. No,
I'm
no.
doing
Listen,
this.
mate. I don't. You can say what you want on here. People come on here and they can blow steam off. We just press a button. It's called not for
Yeah,
kids. Certificate 18. So you can say
yeah.
what you want. If you swear, I don't get paid for the video anyway. But I'm not stuck for a few quiz, so we're going to be all right, aren't we? So you
No.
say what you want.
Yeah, good stuff. I just don't want people thinking I'm playing a game, but I absolutely I despise Conor Ben. In terms of boxing, he's everything that it shouldn't be. Like they're there, like he's cheated twice. He shouldn't be anywhere near a ring.
No.
And he's seen what he's done. And like you know, Nigel Ben never failed a test, right? But he went in, and Jerry McClellan nearly
He
died as
never
a
took
result of
the
that
test
fight.
after McClellan fight, did he?
No, and this is what I'm saying. So you'd think he'd have a bit more decorum. And Eddie Hearn's
No.
even worse. He's sitting there going, these two world class lads. Neither of them are world class. I might sit there and like Eubank a little bit more, but he's not world class. You failed at top level. So you're just underneath world class. Conor Ben isn't even area level.
James.
And
Right,
yeah,
James. Yeah, you're going off on a tangent here. We know
yeah,
what
mental.
level he is, right? Eubank. We're going to talk about levels. What level would you say they're both at now as a middleweight and a light middle? Does Crusher Ben win a British title at light middle? Yes or no?
No, I don't
Does
think he's
Chris
got the
Eubank,
talent.
hang on, James, you've said no, yeah? I don't need your life story after you've said no. Right, does Chris Eubank Jr. win a
Right.
world title at middleweight? Sorry, a British title at middleweight.
You have to remind me who we've got. Middleweight's a bit sparse, isn't it?
Well, Denzel, does he beat Denzel Bentley? Would he beat
Yeah.
Amzad Shiraz?
Yeah, I believe he would. Yeah,
So
I do.
you think Chris Eubank Jr. is about British level then at middleweight, yeah?
Yeah, certainly.
But
Yeah.
Crusher Ben, as a light middle or a welter, he doesn't win a British title. That's what you're saying, James, yeah?
No, I don't.
So does Crusher Ben win an English title at welterweight or light middle?
No.
No. So he's area level then.
Yep.
Right, so Eubanks, English stroke British level, depends how he's matched, because Liam Smith iced him and he's shot to shit, isn't
Yeah.
he? Right, so that's where we're at. But they're getting 6.5 million guaranteed and 8 million on the upside if they hit targets with pay-per-view and gate receipts and all that. So do you think it's right? And one of them's a two-time drug cheat. Do you think it's right that they get paid that?
No.
Well, there you go. But a lot of people keep doing interviews in the boxing industry. License holders, especially trainers who can't shut their mouths, are on interview after interview every day. And we know who all these trainers are. They're saying behind the scenes it's embarrassing and this and that and slagging them to death. This is why I've got no time for certain trainers at the moment. And then we see them on the social medias, ooh, bigging the fight up. How can that be? How can that be when these people can send me WhatsApp messages, what they really think about them, and then they go on the social medias in the last few weeks and they're bigging this fight up and they're saying, I can't wait to watch it. How two-faced are you lot? License holders. And this is why I haven't really got much time for nobody in boxing at the moment. Because I
No.
think
No.
that 99.9% are absolute shithouses out for themselves. Absolute shithouses. But there you go.
Yep.
So that's me. Personally, I hope Ben gets wiped out. I think it's bad for the sport. We've got a two-time drug cheat, and everybody's fating over him. They've done the Piers Morgan thing this morning, ITV and whatever, and all these journalists and ex-fighters hanging out the back of them. We all saw what Spencer Oliver had to say about Conor Ben when he got done for doping twice. What's happened since then? Where's he gone? Now all of a sudden, I go way back with Connor, and I've known his dad since I was a fighter. Oh my God! Oh my God! How embarrassing! Let's go on to part two, James.
Let's
See you on
see it
part
in a
two.
minute.
Pop bang!
Bye.
Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Go on, James. Fucking hang up. He's annoying, James, and I have to fucking slap him down, even though he's in a wheelchair. He's just right for me. Hey, it's only bants. I get a drink.